So we're in the final four. It's kind of crazy. It's me, Bobby, Peridot, and Greeples. I have no idea how I made it this long. This is my first Survivor I've ever played. And the shocking part is I've been on the wrong side of, I think, pretty much every single vote post-merge. So the fact that I'm still here is unbelievable. So my only hope really is if I can win this challenge. That is my only secure ticket that I will make it to the final tribal council. If I don't win tonight, and if if Greeples wins, then I lose. But if Bobby or Peridot wins, I probably still lose because I feel like they'd rather take Greeples than me. So it's pretty much just up to me winning immunity. If I don't, then I don't. But hopefully I can.
All right, Survivor's ready. Go.
Wait, do we have to amp it up?
You just add one for this round. Hi, can you put a timer? It's like 5 minutes from now. Like 5 minutes from now. I think that or not 5 minutes, 3.
I don't even know where mine is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is.
Okay, how about you? Alright.
Doing alright. That's doing.
I think we should add a new one.
I think 1 minute mark. Grant 30%. At the 1 minute mark, everyone 30%. At the 1 minute mark, everyone keep their stones until they get it next time. I'm gonna go in Discord.
So hold on to it.
Yeah, hold on to it once you get it.
You all have it. All right, so we're gonna add a second one.
Okay.
I go ahead and get a 3-minute timer set up now. All right, so you're gonna put in your first one now. Now you're gonna want to time your second one to when you think you need to get.
We also
Everyone-
like us in
everyone
the middle.
Everyone step.
Oh my god.
Please. Yeah. Yeah.
Classic Pepper.
Shared a video. Smoking a joint. And at the 30-second mark, make sure you have all of yours.
We can't.
Wait, no, you can't. Never mind. Hold on a minute.
Why don't we just add one in before the 38?
All right, yeah. At the 30-second mark, you'll have to have added your third one in. How about that? You don't have your third one in. Yeah, actually do it by the 0, not the 30. Makes no sense.
Okay.
Can I have the 3 in my inventory?
No. I don't
No.
think.
You're gonna wanna. So that would have definitely. That was my bad. 0 second mark. You're gonna want to add your third one. Jumped you guys in. So at the 0 second mark, you're gonna want to add your third one.
Okay. This is where this becomes a hard challenge.
Where's just clarify? Just
Oh, fuck.
Oh god.
Oh, fuck off.
France sound.
Fucking getting voted off.
At the end of this minute, you'll add in the fourth.
Oh, I'm out. Oh, I'm out. Okay.
Alright, start adding your fourth one if you haven't.
Oh, that was a mistake? Do that? Okay, well. Yeah, there's just no way. Uh-oh.
Come on, come on, come on.
Right next to each
There
other.
we fucking go.
Yep, okay. Yep, okay.
Blue with Reaples is out.
Good luck, Bobby.
Peridot,
I think
drop
I'm
out, please.
No, I can't.
You're gonna add your fifth one at the end of the minute. Not at the minute, at the end of the timer.
I'm gonna go pee. It's over. No, it's not. Okay.
2, 1. For this one, you're gonna have to add your fifth one.
What? What?
Yes!
Orange
yes!
is out.
Yes! Yes!
Bobby has won the final immunity.
Oh my god.
Alright. You go, Bobby. Guaranteed spot in the final 3.
Bobby. Congrats
Unless
on the
you
win.
choose to give it up for some reason.
Pick me, pick me.
So, you guys are gonna head back to camp, and yeah.
Yes! I did it! I won the challenge! Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm in Final 3. I'm batting 750, I'm in the majors, and I'm the best that's ever played. No one's gonna stop me from winning this game.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it doesn't really matter. We might as well just
yeah.
talk about it here. No idols or anything. So, which one of you two do you want us to vote for?
No, you need to say.
Who wants to vote for themselves?
I think I'm just gonna vote for Grant Peridot.
And, okay, how about this? Oh,
Unless you guys want to have discussions,
yeah, I mean,
or are we just
do you
going
guys
to
still want
fire?
to do fire making, or?
I don't know.
I won the final fucking immunity challenge. I have a 1 in 3 shot of winning this game, in which I was made a clown out of in Season 1 by getting idled out by Simply Sam, and now or not Simply Sam, by fucking Kid Fierce. And now here I am, and I'm gonna have a shot. I've won 5 individual immunities, I've played the game masterfully, I have an idol in my pocket that I never even had to play, and I have people who were willing to play advantages for me.
I think you played a pretty damn good game, Grant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, after that whole Max thing, and you, like, made it back from that, you were always on the chopping block. I think it's truly an underdog story.
So you guys are doing me.
Yes.
Yeah.
In honesty, if we made cases, would it change your mind?
It honestly could.
It could.
So I lost immunity. I biffed it. The only thing... There are two things I can do. Or two things that can happen that will keep me in the game. Somehow, Greeples and I convince Bobby to vote for Peridot, which I doubt he'll do. Or convince Greeples to vote on Peridot with me, and one of us goes to fire. So, hopefully one of those two things happens, and I can go a little bit farther, but if not, it's been an amazing game.
The fucking... What is it? The jury are even gonna vote for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm debating, because right now, Greeples, I think, is probably the easiest person to beat out of the 4 of us.
I can just tell you that Greeples is gonna get more votes than me at jury, because he hasn't done anyone wrong.
But he also hasn't done anything in the game.
I didn't.
And
Once again, I've
just
never
hope-
played one of these, so I don't know.
Yeah, I just hope that the people on the jury aren't upset. Kind of. And just vote for Greeples because they don't want to vote for either Peridot or myself.
I don't know. It's more likely that they're gonna vote for Greeples as compared to me, because we definitely do have some salty jurors.
Yeah. That's just... Yeah. But,
I don't know.
Like-
I just really want to make Final 3.
yeah. But, like, coming into it, like, I see it as you came from the bottom and then you slid by every vote. At the double tribal, your name was the one brought up probably the most, and you didn't end up going because you were able to convince people not to.
So pretty much my entire game has led to this moment. The next few events that happen in this game completely decide who the winner is. And if for whatever reason I can fight my way through and make it to the final tribal council, I think I'll win this game. So it's pretty much just based on my skill to make fire or my skill to have Bobby vote for Peridot.
So, why should we keep you instead of Grant?
Well, the reason I think that you should keep me instead of Grant is because I'm easier to beat, frankly. Grant has, he has both the comeback story and the loyalty story
Mhm.
to go off of. Well, I have only got the loyalty story to plead.
Mhm.
And he's probably, I mean, I think he's played, I don't know. It's not exactly a more different game from me, but just he's been in danger more than I have.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I get that. I completely get that, yeah. That's kind of the main point why originally we want to do Grant, but I guess we're like hearing him out first before we make any rational decisions. Bobby won today's challenge again. Fucking amazing challenge beast. Went on an insane immunity run. Fully deserves to be in the final 3. But we made a pact that we would send each other to fire making. I'm really hoping he sticks to his end of the deal. If not, I won't be a happy camper, but I'll deserve it, if I'm being honest. I am proud of you, though, for making it this far. This is, what, your second, third Minecraft Survivor?
Played 2 Solarts and Boat Clan, so
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Nice.
my 4th.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I guess the 5th because I forgot about Solar Season 3, which did not go well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad you made it this far, and I'm glad we could work together, even though we weren't exactly on the same side sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that Bobby and Peridot are gonna be voting together at this point. So they are kind of doing this thing where they're making us plea to them, like our case, which is not fun. But I'm pretty sure they're going for Grant over me. I mean, when I went over to them, they basically just told me, yeah, we're voting Grant. So I don't really feel too threatened right now in terms of if I'm making it to the final 3 or not.
Griefles?
Hello.
Do you have anything to say, or?
I don't know. I guess the points I have are the points that probably the same ones that you and Peridot had when you were talking, when you first decided you wanted Grant.
I think
Like-
Grant's just played more of a game than you have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we played about the same game. I
Yeah,
would
you
say.
played the
Like,
same, but I think Grant's been more out there is what I tried saying.
yeah,
Sorry.
he's been in the limelight more than I have, and has a bit more of it because he was the Max and Grant thing. So he's been.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just thinking, like, if it's not a jury that's angry, who do I have a better chance at being? Because if it's a jury that's angry, then I don't think I have a chance at all. So
I
I'm
don't think
banking
the
on,
jury is angry.
I'm banking on a jury that is going to respect the moves that I made and the game that I played. And I think that Grant has definitely been more out there and came from the bottom.
I'm
I'm gonna vote. Yeah. Are you
I
gonna
don't-
vote for Grant or?
I'm not gonna vote for Grant. Pretty much, it's pretty certain they're sending Grant. I know that one. So I have 2 options here. I can either vote with them to get rid of Grant, or I can vote Peridot with Grant to send both of them to fire making. Now, it kind of seems like I'm pretty sure that if I go to FTC of Grant, that he beats me because we kind of played similar games, except for he's just been more of a in the limelight, which definitely would not be good for me to go with him. However, the thing for me is that my game's kind of been based off of loyalty, and I think that's the pitch I'm going to need to preach to the jury to try to win this. And it would be totally shot if I just decided, hey, I'm going to go with these guys, screw Grant, you're done, boy. And also, I feel like I would be getting his jury vote if I do this. So, I'm not sure. It's still deciding, but there is, at this point, it's probably better for me to try to take big risks rather than, play it safe. Yeah, good luck.
Hey.
Do you want to
Alright.
talk one last
Yeah.
time, Peridot?
I haven't been the best person in this game, but it's gotten me this far, so why stop? But yeah, it's between Grant and Greep tonight for me. I honestly don't know who I'm gonna pick. Greep has won a couple immunity challenges, which is scary, but Grant, I wouldn't count him out. He's one hell of a competitor, and he deserves to make it this far. I'm just worried, I guess, not feeling too good in my challenge ability because I haven't been the best at challenges. I haven't won a single individual immunity challenge. And when I've come close, it's always been too short. But tonight, hoping that's a different story.
No, I'm voting for Grant.
You're voting for Grant?
Yeah,
I feel
they're
kind
gonna
of
vote
bad.
for you.
Okay.
So it's either you want to 2-1-1 yourself out of the game, or you and Grant go to fire, and you hopefully kick his ass.
Thing is, like,
Like both of our games right now are,
yeah, I want it
And
to be a good final 3, and
I
with
want-
Greep.
but I think for us, we're both able to beat Griefles more than we were to beat Grant. I think Grant will kick everyone's ass if he makes it the final 3.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I'm just, all my cards are there.
Mhm.
I'm hoping you can kick his ass at fire,
I'm hoping so too.
and I'm hoping me and Griefles are there at the final 3 dinner. for
Alright.
breakfast.
Whatever it is.
Greebles and Grant already made a pact to each other that they're gonna take each other to fire, doesn't matter who, and they're both gonna go for Peridot. Now, I'm given the decision, which I take Peridot to fire against one of them two, and hope that he wins. And seeing Peridot, I don't know if Peridot's, good at challenges. He hasn't won any against people like Greebles and Grant, who Greebles have won twice, but Grant also hasn't won a lot of challenges. But I do think that taking Peridot to fire against one of these two underdogs is the correct play for me. How I might even go and try and kick one of their asses. But it's like, it's putting a lot of fate into Peridot right now that he can beat one of them too.
You alright?
I have no idea.
He was being professional. I don't know why you had to move him.
He is professional. So Bobby, you won the final immunity. How many immunity wins in this season?
5.
I see.
I won 5.
Which is tied for Colby, Tom, and other people that are not linemen.
Yes.
So
That's awesome.
Greeples, when Bobby won immunity, do you think that how do you think that impacted the scramble?
Not much. I mean, the only thing that impact is that Bobby is not going to be making fire tonight.
That seems to be implying that someone is making fire. Grant, you're kind of still new to this game, so do you know? I guess do you agree with what Greeples is saying, that it will go to fire?
Yeah, it's gonna go to fire.
Peridot.
Hey.
How do you feel?
I'm going to fire.
So, do we want to? It seems like everyone's kind of set on what they want to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
just vote?
Right now?
We might as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, there's
Alright.
no one can scuff secret.
Grant, Peridot, you're up.
Okay. Good luck whoever I go with.
Look.
Which I don't think you would. I don't think you would.
I'm
Alright.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. It was either you or me.
Once sweat's red, the decision is final.
Edict, but-
Person voted out will be asked to the tribal council immediately. Or the vote. First vote. Grant. Peridot. Peridot. It's 2 votes Peridot, 1 vote Grant, 1 vote left.
Please.
Grant.
Thank you, Bobby.
So, unless you want to change your minds, I doubt it.
I'm not gonna change.
Group change.
Alright.
No.
Alright, we're gonna all walk there so that I don't have to TP y'all. Congratulate you, Prince, for making final 3. Alright,
Yeah.
first spot in the final 3, let's do or die. Survivors ready, go.
Oh wow. Okay.
Even if you weren't on the tribe, you should have done dynamics. Let you know. Now, of course, jurors do not help.
Oh. Showing my support for my favorite player. Oh man.
No, I'm done. Trust me.
No. He's back. This doesn't make sense. Wait. Man.
I will not say if you are wrong or right. I will say what number you are wrong. Don't start changing. I think we're ready to go.
Are you sure?
Leave stuff.
I put the order in the Discord.
It's vertical. Alright. Survivor's ready. Go.
Okay, thank you.
What do we know how many we got wrong?
So it's 5 and 6 still. 5 grand.
Grant got
6
5 wrong.
Paradox.
Paradox got 6 wrong.
Wait. No. So this-
How about this, Nintendo? Wait, hold on. How about this? 3? Fuck!
Dude, I literally don't know which one is wrong.
Dude.
This one rough, dude.
It is, like...
Literally, like, I'm stumped. I think the 601 is the one that's fucking with me. Don't know which way that one could go.
Jeff? 3?
Yeah, I don't get
How?
3. I guess you have to switch on 3 of them, right?
And now? 2. Fuck. What? Unless... No.
4 wrong.
And this is 2 wrong.
The thing I'm confused about is if there's immunity votes, right? They don't count. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you have Katie as 6321, right?
Yes, I do.
Why is that
Oh.
6321?
Yeah, just ignore that. Just imagine that the 3 is a 0.
Okay.
Forgot that sponge.
That wasn't
I-
that big of a deal because it could have been anything else, but
So, that one's wrong.
Peridot, that is right.
Oh my
Oh.
god! Oh!
I don't know.
I was-
What did I have wrong?
You
I
both
was
have the
just-
same one wrong. It was
Well-
Rocky and
Oh,
DYM.
DYM? Dude, I was thinking, okay, I'm just gonna switch Rocky with
Fuck,
and see if
dude.
Rocky is correct on that one. And then they're like, wait a second, that's both 11.
So fucking stupid, dude.
Good game, man.
Got fucked by a vote I wasn't at.
I wasn't at that one either.
I think I was gonna switch that one earlier as well.
Alright, Grant, it's been a pleasure watching you play. You'll need to turn your Twitch. Grant, you become the 10th member of the jury. 21st person voted out. The tribe has spoken.
Good, Grant.
Good.
Alright. Reeples, Bobby, Peridot,
What's up?
you guys are the final 3. And coming up next, you guys will get to plead your case as to why you deserve the title of sole survivor.
That was a hell of a ride. I somehow made it to 4th place. I thought I was probably going to go out in the earlier split tribes in the beginning, but part of how I played. Or in the beginning, I was a little bit dishonest, but toward the end, I'm glad I started to play more honest and I talked more with people, and it was great to be able to play and meet all these great people. I wish the best of luck to the 3 people in the final 3. I don't know who I'm going to vote for or what my strategy is, but whoever swoons me the most, I guess, will get my vote. Thanks for watching me.
Grant's gone, Peridot won, and I think I have the best shot at winning between these two. Greeples, who did nothing the entire game, and Peridot, who blew up his entire game. I'm gonna go into this confident. I'm gonna say I played the best game, here is why, blank blank blank. I played the best physical game, here is why, blank blank blank, and I'm just gonna give rundowns of my game. My game, quite possibly one of the best I have ever played. I've survived multiple tribals in which I didn't have immunity. Hell, I even said, if you guys want, I'll go on immunity runs and I'll just win all the challenges. Like, it's not that hard for me, I'll do that. And I've even played great strategically. I just hope that people in the jury aren't mad at me. I'm hoping that they see the game I played, and I'm hoping that I'm able to convince a lot of people to vote for me tonight. Going into this, I would say my chances of winning around 70%, and I'm hoping that I can kick both of their asses at tribal. FTC.
In the final 3, baby. I made it. I actually made it. I don't feel good though. Morally, I'm not feeling too good. If I'm being honest, I don't like the way I played to get here. I am what I hate the most. I became Kingo Carson in Season 2. I don't like the way I played, but it's just something I'm gonna have to ride with, and it's something I'm gonna have to push in my final tribal council speech. I'm hoping that people will respect the way I played and will understand why I had to. This isn't Season 2 me getting used and blindsided. I'm the one that did the using and the blindsiding. I don't like it, believe me. I don't like it one bit. But it's how I got here. And there's no denying that. And I played the best game I could. And I guess I'm just hoping for the best. I know I'm gonna get my shit kicked in. That goes without saying. But I'm hoping for the best going into this. And I'm hoping people will understand the way I played. And why I played that way.
I'm going into this FTC an underdog. I've been an underdog this whole game really. I've been on the bottom pretty much the entire time. Which has not given me the chance to really make any moves. So I'm going into this FTC with people being like, "Well, this guy didn't do anything." So I really just gotta present what I have done this game, which is been loyal and been honest. I have not betrayed any of the people that I had originally said I was gonna go to Final Four with, and that's held up. I really want to just show to the jury that how that despite like the flaws of my game, I have been a very kind of more on the respectable side, I guess. If you look at the other 2, there's been multiple times where they've lied and broken promises of other people, and I have not done that as much. I mean, I'm sure I've done it at some point, but compared as a whole, I've been generally honest and loyal to the people that I said I was gonna be loyal to, like way back. This FTC is really gonna require a lot of convincing, I feel. Because the other 2 have played brilliant games and they've been out there. Bobby especially, I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time beating, but there's parts of his game that are flawed that could be brought out. So hopefully I can convince the jury into my favor.
First, we're gonna have FTCers give final speeches. Or not final speeches. First, opening speeches. Then we'll go to the jury. one by one, they'll give a speech or they'll say their piece. They'll ask you questions. Feel free to answer how you can and when you can. Then we'll do closing statements.
I think I personally deserve to win. Of course I'm gonna say that, you know, but I truly do think I deserve to win. I may not have been, you know, Mr. 5 challenge wins over here with his big guns, you know, but I think I played a pretty good game. I had to burn some bridges on the way. You know who you are, sadly. But, it had to be done in order for me to get here. I was always my own priority, and I hate to say that, but it's true. And I always looked out for myself, and I guess I always wanted to have Bobby in the end with me as well.
Okay. Hello. I'd like to say that I think I did play the best game out of the 3 people sitting here, and I think that Grant definitely would have beat any of us 3, which is why I sent him to fire with Peridot. I think I played the best strategic and best physical game out here. I will say that my social game definitely was lacking, but I didn't burn as many bridges as I had to, in which I burned 2, being Glenn and Lego, but it was self-preservation, and I think Lego was also playing a good game. I'd be happy to answer each and every one of your questions, and if you're mad at me, I hope I can change your mind into you voting for me.
Great.
Okay. In self-assessment, I think 2 pillars kind of describe the game that I've played. The first one would be loyalty, and while it's kind of a fleeting thing in Survivor, I feel like other people here have been able to have that quality the most. I went into merge with a group of 5 people, including myself, that I wanted to stick to, and all 4 of them are on the jury now. But the thing is that every single time one of them went, I was always in the voting incorrectly, and that was something that I've been made fun of for. But that's because I wanted to keep my conviction and vote who I would say I would, and keep the people that I wanted to keep in the game. Because while maybe it would have been better to have gone with better socially to go with the majority, I felt that I'd rather vote for the people that or not vote against the people that I wanted to keep in the game. And then the next thing is honesty. In this game, that's another thing that's kind of hard to truly say anybody was completely honest, and I'm pretty sure. I'm sure I've told lies before in the game, but in this game, I made myself an open book in ways, and where people knew what I wanted to do, and I hoped to, by doing that I would keep from being a target in the sense that people would think that I would play wildly, in a sense, I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
So first of all, Pep, could you just mute your mic while I'm talking, just because it's a bit of a keyboard sounds?
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, so I was the first juror. I've been out of this game for a long time. Most of my feelings have simmered, but I really do want to congratulate you 3 for making it here. No matter my personal feelings, you guys have done a good job, and all have a spot there, something that none of us have, and I just wanted to say it as the first person to stand up here. I respect that. I think you played a very interesting, social, and loyal game. Despite its having its flaws, I'm pretty intrigued by your pretty intense underdog story to pull through and make it to the end. You incorrectly voted to ensure loyalty and made it here with a genuine sense of honesty, and I really do respect that. However, my question to you is, how did you retaliate from your alliance members being wiped out at the early merge like myself? Was it always just about sticking to the social game? Because clearly you did something to avoid being one of those people, like me, like Pepit, like Duam, like Saya, that were all just blown out of the water right away.
Yes, I would say my social game was incredibly important in that, in terms of, how I said I was honest earlier, that was a big purpose of doing that was getting people to trust me and want to work with me. And there's many occasions where the vote might have gone my way, but other people thought that I could be someone that they could work with, and so they swung it from me. Yeah, it's.
And Bobby, during the game, you were somebody that I really didn't interact with a ton. The only times we were on a tribe together were on the really early LAFO days, and then the merge. Both times, I didn't really get much of a choice to talk to you, and you were pretty quiet at tribal councils. And clearly, sitting here, you have a very impressive immunity run at the back half of this game and a few little ones in between. But what I'm personally curious about isn't that you made it here, but do you think that the immunities were that essential to your game? And if they weren't, how would you have gotten to the end if not for the immunities? Did you always have a plan to make it to the end with Ryan and Greeples, or were the immunities just kind of to save face?
So about us talking, not talking, I feel like that was personally on my fault. On a tribe of 12, you can't really interact with a lot of people, and then on tribe of 13. But when we did talk, we always came to an agreement. We always came up with plans together, and then that's what we followed through until you went home. The immunity rounds, I always knew that if I needed to, I could just win all the challenges, and that I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to do that. But when people started painting me as a target, as a threat, and I'd get votes over people who were saying like, "Oh, we need to get Lego, we need to get Zaki go out," I knew that whatever I was doing, it wasn't working, and I had to fall back on my second plan. My first plan being, strategize with people, get a good alliance, and make sure that I was safe. And when we came into the start of the session, I got, I would have been sent home had it not be for Sugar and correctly guessing a vote.
Fair enough. Thank you very much to the three of you, and I anticipate hearing the rest of what you guys have to say tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Pepin has requested you to go last, and I actually think that's a good idea because it will give him more time to calm down.
Okay.
Aaron, you're next.
Oh,
Oh.
Aaron, not you, not Lego.
Yeah, get out of here. Alright. So, I haven't really prepared much. I'm just gonna ask all three of you. What do you think made your social game as good as it was, or what do you think you could have done to make it better? I'll start from Peridot, then I'll go to Bobby, and I'll go to Greeples.
Okay. So what made my social game so good?
Mhm.
Personally, what I think it was, and normally you don't want to hear this, but I think getting people to believe me and trust me, when in reality, I wasn't being honest and truthful. I told people what they wanted to hear, and that kind of got me here. What I wish I could have done, I honestly do wish I could have been more honest, and I wish I didn't burn as many bridges, because there are some people in this game that I really wanted to work with, but I found that it would benefit my game more to get them out before they could get me out.
Bobby?
Okay, I think I was at the best. My social game was at the start of the early merge in votes where, if I needed to talk to people, if I needed to express my opinion, I would express it, and hopefully it would save me and get me to the end. But I think it's definitely lacking. Like Max said, when we were on big tribes, there's no way you can talk to everyone. And I think that, it's mostly my fault that I don't talk to a lot of people, because I think I just get an alliance, I talk to them, I reassure with them, and then I go on to the vote. Where in reality, if I knew that people wanted to have another plan instead of an A, B, and perhaps propose a C, I wouldn't walk up to them, and I want to start talking to them. So that is something I wish I could have done better, is when people were going home, take in what they had to say, see if they wanted another option, and see how it weighed in my favor.
Okay.
Alright.
I would say the strength of my social games are kind of defined by the fact that I never was someone that people wanted to, or I was never the target of any of the votes at merge. Based off, because I was definitely on the bottom most of the time because of the fact that the people that I aligned myself with initially were the ones that were being targeted here. And the entire merge, I was keeping my mind open with people, telling them the truth on how I felt about what we're doing in each vote, and I made myself someone that people wanted to work with, and people saw as someone that would work with them. which, you know, if that helped keep the vote from me because I wasn't rigged in the way I was playing the game.
Your mic muted?
His microphone is muted.
My mic is muted. Okay. So, congrats. I just want to start out with that. You guys made it to Final 3 in a big season, which I definitely give you props for. I prepared nothing, so I'm gonna have you guys do most of the talking. I want you guys to... Because as we all know, I'm a very antagonistic person. I want you guys to bash each other's games. Because I don't want to be looked at as a bad guy for bashing you people. So, yeah, basically just give like a one-sentence thing of saying why the people next to you, their game was bad. Ryan, you can start with you, and then we'll just go on to the line. We'll just do a sentence for each person, really. That's
Only
much
one
shorter.
sentence?
You can go a little bit more. Just keep it short, so this season go on
Grief is
forever.
only here because of me and Bobby, pretty much. We could have gotten rid of him instead of Miles, but I didn't like the way Miles was dictating things, so we got rid of Miles instead, and that's why he's here.
Okay, I'll start with Peridot. Peridot really... Can you mute your mic? You're echoing. Okay.
Not me.
Or someone was. Okay. Oh. Peridot really... I don't think Peridot knew how to control his game at all. At some points, Peridot would get overly angry with a lot of people, in which I had to tell him to calm down and, like, relax, you're blowing up your own game. So I think Peridot, like, didn't know when to stop being angry and didn't know when to start acting calm again. So I think I was always there for Peridot to calm him down and keep him alive. And I think without that, Peridot definitely would have gone home early due to one of his outbursts. And with Greeples, him saying that him voting incorrectly is part of his social game isn't correct. He thought every single vote he had majority. That's why he went that way. He was also following the numbers, as most of us were doing in the early merge. So him saying that he voted incorrectly to secure a vote or to secure, you know, himself staying in the game and secure loyalty, that's completely incorrect. He thought he had numbers the entire time, which is why he voted that way.
And I will start my part by just saying that he is wrong, because each time that I voted like that, I knew that the vote was not going to work. I was not... So, going to Max was the first one where I voted incorrectly. Throughout the entire tribal council, I was basically watching Max slowly deteriorating in terms of the chances of him being saved. I know, I'm sorry, Max. And I knew that when I went to the, I think that was the one where I took forever at the thingy, that thing, because when I got there, I was knowing. So if I vote with Bobby, I'm voting for the majority, and if I vote with Max, I'm not voting for the majority. And I still decided to vote Bobby because I felt, because of the points that I brought up earlier, is because I wanted to stay strong in the plans I had made already and the people that I had wanted to work with.
I have a question for you, Bobby, but I'm just gonna go to Greep. I appreciate how genuine you're being this tribal council, Greep. It's hard to completely be genuine when you have two people sitting next to you that you're trying to beat. Unfortunately, I didn't get to play the game with you, so I don't really have a question for you, but I do appreciate how genuine you're being, and I appreciate your honesty. Bobby, I think I understand why I think people are bashing you for not playing much of a social game, which I don't understand why, considering I think what Saya said at his tribal council was completely valid. People don't want to play a social game because if you play too much, especially in this Survivor,
if you play too much, you get voted out.
Yeah, if you play too much, you get voted out. So I understand why all three, I guess this applies to all three of you, why all three of you didn't want to play a social game. So I just wanted to clear that up for anyone. So, okay, and I guess just to clear up anything that the jurors may have about your immunity wins, I'm going to ask you, Bobby, what do you think is the biggest move you've made this game?
The biggest move is getting Lego to flip on you. That kept me in. That secured my connection with Lego grow stronger, and I knew that I could trust him more. Because if you two were still in the game and I left, I think you'd probably be sitting where I'm at, and Lego would still be on the jury. Because people saw Lego as the bigger threat between the you two, and if I cut you out of it and I replace myself with you, people will still see Lego as a threat over me. All
right, I respect that, and I also want to congratulate you, Bobby, on well, I think I think this was a good move that you didn't play your idol at the tribal council. You retracted it, and you were still safe, which is absolutely insane. And I think that deserves mad respect.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
Good luck to all three of you.
Thank you. He's rubbing his hands.
I'm gonna start by being nice, actually, because most of the jury's expecting me to slam all three of you, and in ways, I'm going to. 24 people started, and 2 of you already failed this game. So to make it here again, I actually will commend both of you. And Greeples, coming into this game, you know, you just deserve as much credit as those 2 for making it here. 24 and you 3 made it here is something that I think you guys will need to take away from this no matter what. That being said, let's get into this. One of you barely played Survivor. One of you had to rely on the minimalistic style of Survivor, and one of you was a manipulative, backstabbing bitch. Greeples, which one do you think you are?
I would imagine you're the one who says I'm the one that barely played.
Yo, I think he's talking about you, Bobby.
You, in my opinion, are the one that barely played Survivor. And my reasoning why is because I don't think you made a strategical move this entire game. Challenge-wise, I don't think you won an immunity challenge. I could be wrong about that.
He won 2, actually.
I think he won 2.
He won twice.
Yeah, I believe he won
Take
twice.
that one back. Let's go back 30 seconds. And your social game, I'm actually going to say, yeah, I think you did play a good social game. You just didn't play it to me. And I'll be honest, that's half me, that's half you. So my question is to you is, it's not really a question really, it's more of a request. Name a move that you made.
Move that I made. Well, I am going to admit, because I have been doing this tribal council. I've not been lying about what I've done, and I would say there isn't exactly a move that has originated for myself. At least not in the back. I mean, in the back half probably, but like in the front part where stuff was like really important, not there. But I would say part of my game is that whenever there was people wanting to make moves that I didn't really agree with, I didn't just lay down and let that happen. I would go to other people and talk to them about like say like, oh yeah, I don't agree with this, and I think we should do something else. And I would say that has led to at points the vote shifting from one person to another person, kind of in a domino effect.
Oh, that's fair. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Greeples. Before we started this tribal, there was no way in the world I was gonna give you my jury vote, but everything you've said, I can't do anything but respect. When Glenn was voted off, I actually respected the fact that he wouldn't vote off people like Pepe because he wanted to be loyal. And I think it's so hard to find someone who is that right sense of loyal but not loyalty to a fault, and I think you've nailed that on the head. So I'll give you credit for actually making me think about this game. So you know, you do deserve the respect there. Bobby, that leaves either the one who had to rely on the minimalistics of playing Survivor.
Yeah, that one's me. I'll stop you right there.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And my reasoning why is because your immunity run. Now, that isn't necessarily a negative. It was always going to come to the point when people were going to go for you. It always was. It's just how it was going to turn. We saw you in Season 1. It was just going to happen again. I do respect the fact that you've at least thanked me twice in your jury speech for that moment with Zach. I am, however, going to call you out on something. You taking the credit for moving it onto Zach and convincing Lego to flip absolutely was not you. That was me, and Lego has told me that that was him. That was me, rather. I will give you credit that you did help, but I don't want you to take credit for anything you didn't do.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was...
What's
okay. I thought it was completely me at Tribal. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. But no, Lego told me that it was me.
Should I get started?
I'm going to actually start by asking you a question.
Of course.
And I am going to interrupt you if you answer how I think you're going to answer. And I don't necessarily mean disrespect to you, though the disrespect I've received from you in this game has been incredible. Why did you vote me out?
Honestly, I kind of saw you as a threat.
Okay, stopping, yep.
Okay,
Stop,
yep. Go.
Ghost, genuinely fuck yourself. The disrespect that you have shown so many people in this game is incredible. The final free deal that you had with me and Glenn, but you've made it very clear that you never even intended to do that, despite the fact that you fucking started it. Which even comes to the point, and I'm really hoping one of these recorders caught the moment when you promised on one of your family members' lives that you were going to go to the final free with me and Glenn. I really hope.
I don't think I did that. I'll be honest. I
I'm
don't
going to be
recall
honest
doing
with you.
that.
I remember doing it. I remember it because I swore on my family member's life because it was always my intention to take you and Glenn to the end.
But
I'm
that
not
was. Oh, go ahead.
With the disrespect part, I also think you're trying to disrespect our intelligence because in the space of 2 minutes, you went from the priority was getting me to the end to the priority was getting Bobby to the end with me. So you're contradicting yourself. But I think the biggest disrespect out of all of this is that you said, and everything I did, I got away with. You got away with. And I asked you this question. Now that you're here, now that quite frankly, the only jury votes you're going to get is against the people. They're not for you, Ryan. They're against the people next to you. Now that you know that, you really think you got away with anything.
Do I think I got away with anything?
Like, now that you're here, now that you're pretty much guaranteed 3rd place, do you genuinely think you really got away with anything that happened in this game?
I believe I got away with not using my idol at Final 6. I believe that was,
Look where he got you. 3rd place. Well done.
Where did it get you?
Well, you know what? You did vote me out, and I'll give you credit. I probably could have done well in the final tribal council.
Yeah, can I say something?
Sure.
I don't want you to interrupt me this time, if that's okay with you.
Not so bad.
I was thinking long game, and I was thinking, if I were here with you and Glenn, you would have knocked it out of the park. That's the main reason, and if I'm being honest, a couple votes prior to that, Lego kind of put in my mind, you know, Sugar's doing pretty well. And then, it finally clicked to me, if I go to the finals with them, I'm done.
What is up, team?
Hey,
Alright.
Oh,
Congrats
hey
on
there.
making the final 3, guys. That's a very good feat to get. Not many, well, only 3 people can get it. That's why we're over here. Alright, for Soul Survivor, I usually like to vote for people that had the best social game in the game and the best speech. I usually tend to vote that way. That's why I voted for Shup originally in our season, Ryan. I'm gonna start with Greeples. Greeples, you have met both of those requirements for me, and I love playing with you this season. You're a good ally, and you did mention to me before I was voted out about your strategy of not voting against people, just throwing your vote away, pretty much. So you wouldn't get caught in the crossfire. So I do think that's a valid strategy to the game. Bobby, you've also met both of those requirements for me, I think. The social game lacked towards the end of my game with you, but I did enjoy playing with you at the swap and the early merge time.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I think you've answered your questions fairly well. Alright, that's
I
all I
respect
gotta
that.
say.
Thank you.
Well, I think I'm next. Alright, firstly, congratulations, all 3 of you played, well, some of you played a great game. Some of you played to get here, that's fine. I mean, that's your decision. And with a great game, sometimes there's regrets. So I just want to know straight up, do any of you 3 have regrets? We can start with Paragon and just kind of go from there.
I guess the only thing that I do regret is making the final 3 deal to begin with. Because I didn't think it would make this much of an effect, but clearly it did. So I kind of wish I didn't make it at all.
Regret? I only regret not having the social game that I wanted to have. The social game that people like Pepit and Chalk could have, where they could come in, everyone would laugh at everything they say, and they just, be people you want to hang around with. I don't think people wanted to be around me this game because of my social game, and I believe that I actually repelled people from talking to me most of the time. And that's completely on my end. I wish I had a better social game, and that is my one regret.
That final 6 tribal council, the entire time I was thinking, what if they take back their idols? And towards the end, I almost was about to say, like, maybe we should just do a 2-2 split on them, and then have would have proposed doing something so that they couldn't take back their idols, but I just decided not to say anything there, and I feel like that might have been the wrong move then.
What was that?
Okay. As anyone who's ever played Survivor with me before knows, jury speeches are my favorite part of the game. I much rather like being jury than sitting there because then I don't have to answer the questions I'm being asked. Greeples, I gotta start with you. I need to give you the biggest apology ever. I ran an undergame while I was playing with you, and I ran an undergame when I went home. But hearing everything I'm hearing about the loyalty, like, that's just insane. And I give you insane props for that, and your social game was much better than I thought. You were against me most of the time, but look where you are, look where I am. So I just want to ask you, Greeples, do you think that strategy can get you a win right now?
I think it's possible. It really, I mean, you have to judge based on who you're going with, because if you go with someone who played a brilliant game and also had those same qualities that I did, then it could tank my game. Though I feel like that is what my strategy I went with is unique to me in these final three, and I feel like it's possible the jury could be swayed to vote for someone who relied on social skills and loyalty over deceiving people and stabbing people in the back.
I had a lot of fun playing with you. We did have each other's backs a lot. I do need to ask though, did you notice your social game just diminish every time you were immune or no?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And I tried. Like,
well,
believe me.
I honestly, I'd love to agree with you on that, but your main strategy socially, even when you weren't, and I think DYM brought this up when he went home, and you even said it's a strategy of yours, was just staying quiet and waiting for someone to say a name up until when you were immune, until when you thought you had basically full control. I might be wrong on that, but that's the way I saw it.
Okay, what do you like? Can I explain?
Yes, of course, please.
So I don't like throwing a name out, as DD Minecraft explained very angrily when he went home. It's the thing that gets you targeted. I don't decide on making moves until I know I'm gonna be safe for a move. So if I know I'm getting votes and I have an idol, I'm gonna try and make a move. If I know that I'm immune and that people were already after me before that, I'm gonna make a move against them first before they have the chance to go against me. I think me being immune allowed me to make more moves than when I wasn't immune, because I wasn't scared to go after people, and I wasn't. Like I said, being immune just helped me get to the moves that I wanted to make. Even if I played my idol at the 6, I won at the 5. So it wouldn't have mattered either way.
And can I also ask you, did you honestly believe I was the biggest threat when you took me out?
No.
Did you think I would have beaten you at Final 3, as opposed to someone like Grant or Greeples?
Judging by the way you talked to people on the jury when they went home, I said it at Tribal and I'll say it here, I don't think you had a good shot at winning socially. But I chose Ryan because he had even a worse shot. And he already told me he would take me to fire. Or
okay.
I didn't know
it,
if you
Bobby.
were. Okay.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate the honesty.
Oh. How's it going, everyone?
Hey, Grant.
Hello.
Good.
Congrats on getting there. I'm sorry to be standing across this fire from you, because I would have much rather been sitting there, but I joked. Nice summer day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're out with your family, out on the porch, and you're about to have a barbecue. So, your dad brings a pitcher of just the most thirst-quenching lemonade you've ever seen. Filled with ice, a huge 2-liter pitcher. It looks amazing. So, obviously, since you're thirsty, it's hot out. Fill up your cup and take a drink. Your entire life stops before your eyes. You think about every single moment you've ever experienced. Because something is very apparent. This is not lemonade. This is cat piss. You have cat piss in your mouth. So, for all three of you, do you schluck it or do you spuck it? Peridot, do you schluck or spuck?
I spuck.
Okay, Bobby, do you schluck or spuck?
I don't know what either of those words mean, but I finished drinking it.
Do you schluck or do you spuck?
Schluck or spuck. No,
I finish
not
it.
different.
I solo.
Oh shit. Okay, that's not an answer. Do you schluck or spuck?
I'd spuck.
Okay. Thank you all. Congrats on the good game.
Thank you.
Okay,
Hey,
listen.
Pepe.
I know I've been a character this season. I know a lot of people don't take me serious, but I don't give a fuck. None of you are allowed to talk before me, okay? Nice. In this game, there's three points in this game: social, physical, and strategic. One of you did nothing. Perda, that's you. You followed only Bobby. You did nothing but what he told you. You were a fucking goat. Don't talk before I talk, okay? Nice. Bobby, I respect your game, but you're physical as fuck. If it wasn't for your physical game, and also, don't take credit where credit's due for Sugar's game. If it wasn't for fucking Sugar, you would be where we are fucking sitting. Are you fucking understanding me? Don't take credit for other people's game. Okay, motherfucker?
You
okay.
want to talk?
No, I don't want you to talk.
Okay.
I told you nobody's gonna talk before I do, because I'm big man. Nobody talk before me. Listen, Gripples, I want everybody to listen. Remember the second challenge? Well, Gripples was voted most underrated player this season. What did he do? If it was me, I was gonna play like more craziest, and I was gonna get voted out. If it was you, Lego, Sugar, anybody in this fucking cast except Gripples, say you especially, anybody, if you were voted most underrated this season, you would play this so crazy that you would get voted out. What did Gripples do? He played social, he played smart, he played strategic, he played with people who wanted to play. Listen, the first 4 people voted out. What 4 people is this? A fucking alliance. It was me. It was fucking Max, me, fucking DYM. And what did Gripple do? He didn't go crazy. What did he do? He knew how to play this game. He was socially strategic. He talked to other people. He knew what he had to do to make it to the end. But in this fucking game, I can tell you, and I'm standing next to him, I know who I'm voting. I hope you can respect the game he played. Because in fact, playing a quiet game, that doesn't mean you're playing a bad game. In fact, it's playing a smart game. Because Gripples, he's listening to what you're saying. Everybody who has said their opinion, DOIM, Max, there's a reason you two are some of the first people voted out. Because you said your fucking opinion. Gripples, he listened to what people fucking said, and he understood this game. That's a reason he's here. I hope you can respect Gripple's game, because in my opinion, he played his fucking hard out. He won competitions. He was social. He was fucking physical as well. He was all 3 elements of the game. This guy, who I'm standing in front of, he did none of the 3. Bobby, I fucking respect you, man. Like, you're against me, I was against you. I fucking respect you, man. You know, I respect your game. But Bobby was only physical. Gripples won challenges. He was physical. He was social. He did nothing that all of us could do. He did all 3 main points of Survivor. Outwit, outplay, at last. If you actually, respect the fucking game, I hope you vote this guy, because he did all he could, and he did the best thing he could at his point. And his point, I hope you can respect him. And that's me, Bobby, Pereda, Gripples. I respect the fuck out of all of you. But Jury, I hope you respect the game of Survivor, because it's your decision, and I hope you do the right thing.
Right, so I guess I'll make it brief, just for time's sakes. I hope that you can all have seen the game that I played in a different light, because I'm sure that going into the tribal council, you all were thinking, "Oh, this guy is not gonna win. He did nothing." But I played with the honesty and loyalty that I wanted to keep throughout the game, and I hope you guys can respect that.
So it's become apparent to me that I believe most of you guys do not like the way that I played and rather favor Ingripples, but I like to say that I also played the game of Survivor. I also made moves. I also played strategically and socially. Every single one of you I had a conversation with. Every single one of you, I told you what I wanted to do the night you went home. Every single time I said, there's numbers going up and there's numbers going down. I don't know what's gonna happen. I only know what I've been told and what I've been telling people. At tribal councils, people would blow up at each other, and I'd sit back and I'd let it happen. Why? Because I want to get through that without having too much attention on me. And when I'm put into a situation where there's a lot of attention on me, that's when I go. That's when I go and I go, let me see.
put me in the immunity, put me in, put me in an idle situation. Give me what I need to get through. If I was not put in any of these situations, I don't think you guys would be as mad as you are at me right now for winning immunities and finding an idol. Because I led tribes to, in the beginning. Chalk found an idol next to me, and I just let it happen. I thought to dig under there, and I didn't. Because I didn't need an idol. When Spongy came out with the clue and Grant read it to us all aloud, I went, hey, I know where that's at. It's over here, follow me, I don't care who gets it. Spongy gets it, Spongy plays it, Spongy goes home whenever the next time he goes to tribal. I played this game to the best that I could. With the situation I was given, where only a few people came up to me and said, Bobby, I trust you. That was Zach, Grant, Sugar, Glenn, Lego, and Paradox. These people came up to me and they went, I trust you, and I went, I trust you too. I'd had conversations with people at tribal where I went, bro, do you trust me? They say yes, and at the end, they've stayed. These are the people who trusted me. Trust is a big part of Survivor. Not voting incorrectly just because they didn't want to hurt your feelings and go in the majority. I think that I played the best game out of these two. Maybe not socially, but part of the game is getting here to the end and getting here because of the way you got here. And because not voting incorrectly, just to get over here and just have people go, okay, you didn't vote me out, I'm going to give you my vote. That's not part of the game. Part of the game is allowing yourself to just make mistakes, allowing yourself to realize, oh shit, I just fucked up right there. How do I improve on this? Greeples never improves on anything. I improved. Sugar went home, I got Glenn. Glenn went, Bobby, I do not trust Paradox. I got him and Paradox to work together for a vote. I got Lego and Sugar to work together for a vote when Lego has been gunning for Sugar. I even got me and Pepe to work together for a vote when Pepe went, hey Sugar, let's throw this challenge. I was able to convince most of you guys.
When you get me, I always voted you, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't. No, tell me,
Okay.
tell me.
Where'd he go?
Oh, he's gone.
No, I want to tell him. No, I'm not gonna let him go. TP him back.
It's not like jury specific.
Okay.
We're not gonna let him.
Okay. Every single time I told people where I was voting, even when they weren't with me. Grant, I was honest with you the entire time, and he even said it himself. Thank you for being honest with me. Every single person who went out, I tried my hardest to let them be honest with me, and me being honest back. And when Saya said at the very first tribal, Bobby, you're amazing. Oh my god, you just got 6th place. That's why I'm gonna vote for you. Saya, did you vote for me at that tribal? No? Okay. I was able to convince other people not to vote for me. I don't know if that was completely me. I don't know, but I gave a damn well good speech at that merge tribal. And that is why I was able to stay, take control of the game, get a good alliance, and roll the ball. And that's why I think I played the best game out of these two.
Just kind of an assumption. But, as Chalk said, Season 2 Peridot wouldn't have done this. You're right, he wouldn't have. If Season 2 Peridot, he would not have done this. But this isn't Season 2 Peridot, this is Season 4 Peridot, baby. And I am telling you, if this was Season 2 Peridot in the game, it would have just been Season 2 all over again. I got used and I got thrown away. I was not letting that happen again. I wanted to make it far into this game. I'm sorry?
It makes it okay to do it to other people.
If it gets you far in this game, then sure. I wanted to make it far in this game, and I understand if you're mad at me. I understand if you're upset with me because it's not how you expected me to play. If you had expected me to play the way that I did, then it would have been obvious how I was playing. You would have been able to tell who I was voting, when I was voting. You would have been able to tell, oh yeah, he definitely has an idol. I even told people I have an idol, but still, it just never got away. Yes, I voted out my trustworthy allies. Why did I do that? Because I knew they were gonna beat me. I don't know who was gonna beat me, I don't even know, because it's not happening right now. Yes, I didn't play the way I played in Season 2, but would you expect me to? Would you really expect me to play the same way, and just end up in the same way again? Just thrown away just like that. Yes, I did it to other people, but it was what I had to do. I get if you don't respect the way I played, but it's how I got here. And while I'm ranting, there's something I need to say. I don't actually need an eye patch. My eye has been working this whole time.
I knew it.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Monsters.
Thank you.
And you want our vote? Are you crazy? Damn, I can't say I think I'm going home this time because that's just not how that works.
Bobby, I am not mad at you. I think you played a good game. Ryan, I am a little mad at you. But Greeples, by far and large, I think you really aced that thing.
Personally, I think Bobby played the best game out of everyone. I feel like Greep never truly was truly ever in trouble. I feel like he always came out scot-free, while Bobby had to use social skills to actually get out of situations.
Still a vote. You know, I've been talking a lot about honesty, respect, and alliances this entire game.
Greeples, to me, he was extremely honest and was my buddy until the end. So I appreciate that. I think he played a good game. Bobby may have played a better one, but at least in my personal point of view, I feel like it's more right for my vote to go Greeples.
This was a very hard choice. I got swayed at the last minute.
I voted for Shup in Season 2, a winner, and I'm voting for a winner Season 4.
So, I'm gonna give a quick, recap. I'm just gonna say this has been by far my favorite season to host, even throughout the stressful things that have happened throughout my life in the past week, 2 weeks actually. It has just been a pleasure to be with all of you. I seriously couldn't ask for a better Final 3, a better jury. I seriously have enjoyed so much from day one with the laughing and Pepit existing, and then going throughout the game from some of my favorite moments. Every tribal council was just electric. A lot of people didn't. Some people may not have liked how hectic it always was, but it kept me entertained. And even though some boots were not blindsided, it made the ones that weren't very entertaining. It was great to watch certain people's stories, such as Grant and Lego, the way that things had turned out, along with returning favorites, Chalk and Sugar, and really everyone, just see how everything went. And then with this Final 3, I saw Bobby and Peridot. You guys were at the beginning, and I knew that you guys were going to be a dynamic duo. I had no clue that you guys would be able to make it this far, so congratulations. Greeples, yeah.
Go ahead.
Greeples, for the last fan remaining. So I'm very congratulatory to you. Glad that we have a representation of at least that, given that we don't have any Season 3 people left. But I'm glad that we managed to get, we also managed to get 2 crazies and a calm. We got a good mix of what went on. So, with that said, I'm going to read the votes. So this is the votes for winner.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
First vote, Greeples. Bobby. Greeples. Bobby. That's 2 votes Bobby, 2 votes Greeples. Bobby. That's 3 votes Bobby. Greeples. Tied again. 3 votes Bobby, 3 votes Greeples. Greeples. That's 4 votes Greeples, 3 votes Bobby. Greeples. That's 5 votes Greeples, 3 votes Bobby. The winner of Survivor UHC Season 4, Greeples. Congratulations.
Congrats.
I thought I was gonna get 3rd place.
My brother.
Congrats.
Alright guys, one last time, can we do it all together?
Everyone got it right. Yeah, I got a joke.
You got a good joke?
Yeah, I got a joke. Here we are. Okay.
I'm ready.
Who's there?
Who's there?
No.
Oh my god.
Congrats, man.
Why can you not?
The hero defeated the evil.
Oh, that was a
Okay,
good one.
so
I call you out on this so much.